if you're like board games like me, your social media feed has probably been filled with advertisements for all sorts of crowdfunding campaigns for a bunch of games that are coming out like now. And that can be a lot to wade through, and especially if you don't have a lot of time, like I haven't lately. So I'm going to be trying to get caught up, and I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. So will I find any of these to be good? I don't know. We'll find out. It'll be an interesting experience, and one thing just to remember, just because I think something doesn't mean that you can't think differently. This is going to be some quick looks at some campaigns to see what's good, what's not. But come along for the ride. Maybe you'll find something you're interested in. Hello and welcome to Howard's Cave of Wonder. I'm Chris, aka Howard Blues, welcoming you back to my Cave of Wonder, and back to some more quick fire Kickstarter reviews. I got several more that I want to try to quickly get through. If you haven't been following this series, I'm just trying to very quickly go through. I've been seeing just so many ads for games, and usually I kind of look at them and check them out and feel them out. But I decided to just kind of record all of these as I go through them, because it just felt like there were so many hitting all at once. And I've already, there's some that I would have loved to have covered, and they're already, done. So let's get on to it. And let's start with an interesting one. This is over on GameFound. It's a game that I've looked at in the past, but this is a different version of it. It's from Archon Studios. It's Heroes of Might and Magic, the card game.
I see the intricate patterns beneath the surface, the invisible threads that bind the destinies of kingdoms. Mortal eyes perceive only chaos. They witness endless battlefields, a maelstrom of whirring spells, and the brutal collision of armies. Every battle begins with a choice, the spark that ignites the flame of strategy. Forge your very essence, and from your power, command legions of unmatched might. Subdue the lands, and lay claim to the artifacts that hold the echoes of forgotten secrets. For every choice you make, a thread of your destiny is woven. On the battlefield, what matters is cunning.
I'm surprised.
But only the might of the elements will help you crush the enemy's army. Group your units into formidable stacks to dominate territory. Take control of key strategic points. True power lies in dominating the map. Collect the entire set. Unlock dozens of unique rewards. Will you be a hero and join me in the fight against evil? Join us. Your battlefield awaits.
All right. Heroes of Might and Magic, the card game by Archon Studios. And hey, if you're a fan of me doing these crowdfunding reviews, Borderlands Arena Badassery 2, I'll probably be reviewing that once that gets launched. I reviewed the first one, so just a little teaser as that popped up. All right, let's dive into this. Oh, okay, let's get that. Heroes of Might and Magic, the card game, said by Archon Studios. This tactical, expandable card game is based off the epic world of Might and Magic. The game allows players to take the role of iconic heroes and use familiar armies to engage in strategic 1v1 battles. This game features various mechanics such as spellcasting, resource management, stacking units, and much more, taken straight from the video game. All right. And at the time of this, of this recording, I mean, they're doing very well. A little over 3,000 backers. They got 12 days left. And, coming up on 716,452. I'm guessing that's euros. I could be wrong on that, but still, it's a pretty impressive campaign. And like any of these, I haven't really looked at this at all. So this is kind of my first time viewing it, a real kind of quick fire first impression. So this, as we've found, it's a game for 2 players, 30-minute playtime, ages 14 up. It has tags such as fantasy, cards, adventure, collectible, competitive. Okay. Astrologers proclaim the week of the unlocking. Funded in nearly 5 minutes. Thank you. As our backer population grows rapidly, we are actively searching for new delivery solutions in Asia. Be sure to explore the updated tabletop simulator version and rulebook. Don't miss the stretch goals. Recently unlocked new skirmish scenario with fairy dragon cards. Okay. We got hollow cards, 9 dragon artifacts, 4 astrologers cards, stretch goals, increased population, stretch goals, population growth +3. Over 15 stretch goals already unlocked. Check all of the unlocked stretch goals here. They're showing that they've unlocked a lot of stuff, but I don't know anything about the game yet. How to play the card game? They have some videos for that. Okay. I kind of want to know more about it before I go and sit through, a lengthy video on learning how to play a game that I just may not be interested in. Heroes of Might and Magic, the card game. I mean, that's some cool art. Kind of a zombie dragon. Love the kind of deer antler look to it. I mean, it's cool art. Heroes of Might and Magic has always had kind of cool art with even like its board game version. There's a price tag issue that I've always had and just haven't backed. Heroes of Might and Magic, the card game, will arrive on your tabletop soon, and with it, a new era for card games. So as we've kind of already seen, 14 plus, 2 players, 30 minutes playing time, ECG type of game. Heroes of Might and Magic, the card game, is the latest addition to Archon's repertoire of games, promising to deliver many unforgettable nights. Based on the knowledge from our previous projects, as well as the engagement of our passionate Heroes of Might and Magic community, we plan to release our most ambitious crowdfunding campaign yet. Get ready for more heroes. Okay. Collect the entire cast of heroes. Feel the power of each individual faction as you merge your units into impossibly massive power stacks, or cast mass spells to wipe the board clean. Cover various locations of power to power your strategy. Collect cards with epic visual effects and combine them to make a deck that will guide you to victory. Forge your playstyle and rise for the crazier. Again, tell me more. The ultimate heroes experience. Okay. We're seeing a board. Looks like some decks of cards, some tokens. Looks like some various expansion packs, an art book, and a rule book. Pretty dense looking rule book. Over 800 cards, around 175 tokens, and a total of 9 kilograms of pure gameplay. You're ready for a massive amount of exciting content that will fill your table with strategic and memorable nights. So, some more kind of looks at everything. Okay. First time on GameFound. Cool. Why back now? Flexible payments. Because GameFound, you can pay over time. 5 installments, looks like. First in line, you'll be the first to receive the game. Exclusive rewards. Unlock unique content that will never be sold in stores. Items exclusive to our campaign, okay? Incredible goodies. Receive an impressive amount of free stretch goals with every backer that joins the campaign. More content is unlocked. Best of all, it's entirely free. I mean, not really. If it was entirely free, I would get it just for existing. No, you have to pledge to you. Founders Edition. Own a piece of history. The Founders Edition is exclusive for backers, featuring cards with a special, unique campaign-only stamp. Yeah. Why it's so awesome! Hopefully, we'll learn something about this. A new card game by the team behind the acclaimed Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game, which is what I've mentioned. I've looked at in the past. The game mechanics are designed by true fans and expert players of the original video games. I'm just going to be honest. I've never played the original video games. At least not this one. There was a Clash version of Heroes of Might and Magic. It was a little puzzle game that was on Xbox. I've played a bunch of that. If this was like that, this would be cool. I don't think this is like that. Although it kind of looks a little similar with the grid and cards. But again, I'd like to know more, because if it is closer to the puzzle game, I might be really kind of interested in it. But so far, I don't want to sit and watch somebody else's YouTube video and it's theirs to learn how to play the game. Give me something. I'm looking at this page to see what I want to back. Give me something. As a game made by fans for fans, even obscure references and mechanics from the original game will make it in. Okay. Easy to learn, hard to master. Nice short setup, clear and intuitive rules and design. Also friendly for players who are not familiar with the original Heroes of Might and Magic series. Okay. So it looks like we got a starter set, experience stunning new art from fan favorite artists, meticulously crafted for the game. Okay. I mean, that doesn't seem like a big deal, but I do know that there's been a lot of pushback about AI being used for art in board games and such. So it's kind of their way of saying, we didn't use AI. A wealth of factions and endless replayability. Why is it so unique? I can see over on the table of contents that we will eventually get down to how to play this game and some of these other things, but right now I feel like I'm just getting a lot of like salesman talk and not a lot of substance. We're getting all the shine, the polish, but not the depth. Okay, why is it so unique? This game truly lives. This crowdfunding campaign marks the beginning of a bigger, wider world of expansions and ways of playing. Experience the true Heroes of Might and Magic essence with unit stacking and innovative payment system and engaging exploration, all within a dynamic short game. Unleash unlimited creative spell combinations, including devastating mass spells, dismantle your opponent's strategy with unexpected reaction cards. Designed for competitive play, simple to learn, quick, and packed with tactical depth, complete for mind-blowing holographic. Okay. How to play. All right. Create the best deck in Etheria, consisting of various cards. Find the ideal balance of spells, units, abilities, and artifacts. So build a deck, okay? Deploy locations to gain victory points and rewards that will enhance your army and increase your power in battle. Okay. So it looks like you kind of place out places that you want to conquer. Okay, draw the top 7 cards from your deck. Okay. Develop your hero's statistics and play cards to create unstoppable engine. Okay. Tactically activate your units to defeat your enemies in the most efficient way. Okay. Achieve victory by destroying the enemy's... Oops, got a little too quick on the draw. The enemy's army or by defeating their hero. Okay. Core set explained. Core set. Necropolis and Castle. A new battle for Etheria or Arathia. Yeah, Arathia has begun. This situation is escalating quickly and you need new allies. This starter has 2 complete decks for the Castle faction, led by Adela, and the Necropolis faction, led by Ursura. Both of them are powerful heroes, but whose side will you take? So you get the Founders Edition, contains 2 extra pockets for additional faction decks. Top-notch quality. So Okay, I'll be interested to see, because it looks like this comes with like your deck's already kind of built. But if you're going to be able to like manipulate your deck and design it your way, you're going to need more cards. So I'm hoping that there's more. So you got your 2 hero cards, 45 Necropolis cards, 45 castle cards, 12 statistic cards, 10 solo cards, 6 location cards, 2 neoprene mats, 15 activation tokens, damage tokens, 15 retaliation tokens, 20 size tokens, 1 instruction booklet. The expansion's explained. The tower expansion. Solmer, once trapped in a genie's bottle for 1,000 years, pledged eternal service to his liberator, Gavin Magnus. Now free, he leads his war, bearing the wisdom of ages and a desire to witness time's end. Okay, so with the expansion, you're getting a hero card, the tower cards, so that's kind of the faction cards, 6 statistic cards, 5 solo cards, 3 location cards, instruction booklet. So it looks like these expansions are you're getting, and I'm not going to read every single one because you can do that. But it looks like what you get in each one is a hero, a set of cards for that faction, and then some like statistic cards, these solo cards, some location cards and such. So we're just kind of seeing these different factions, really, to say, and not all of them have had the heroes announced. I'm sure that there's some of that announced in the updates. Inferno expansions, there's kind of your demon faction. Yeah, let's fortress expansion. Gosh, these are a lot of expansions right off the bat. I haven't looked at what the pledge levels are for the Stronghold expansion. I mean, this thing is kind of cool and crazy, whatever that is. Wonder if that's the Crew Lord's Partner Crest? Well, I don't know enough, I guess, to know all the monsters. So Stronghold cards we got, yeah, kind of the same. Here's the Conflux expansion. They look to be some magical. Then stretch goals explained. What? Stretch goals box. What is a stretch goal? Stretch goals are additional content unlocked throughout our 15-day crowdfunding campaign. In short, the content of this box will grow as campaign progresses depending on the number of pledges. We've planned over 50 stretch goals. If fully unlocked, the stretch goals will offer over 240 additional cards, including GameFound exclusive holographic cards and many solo mode upgrades and unique scenarios featuring additional gameplay options and mechanics. Okay, the best part, the amount of content increases as more backers join, but the price for your pledge stays the same. Okay, so our rewards. Queen of Might and Magic, big box. So twin sister of Queen pledge. This is the gameplay all-in pledge with all content packed into a single big box and organizer. It contains only gameplay components without separate expansion boxes. Okay. So this is if you kind of want like everything. And 129? Not terrible. Yep, in euros. That's not bad. Adept of Might and Magic. So they have a 49 euro one. Basically, gets you the essential content you need to begin your adventure. Heroes of Might and Magic, the card game. So it's kind of the starter set and the stretch goals box. There's the Sovereign for 89 euros, which contains all the necessary items to start playing, along with some additional content to make your first game more immersive and atmospheric. The Queen, which we talked about. There's the Emperor of Antagarich, which is the big box. Collector pledge. This is our final, biggest, and most epic pledge. Is at 259 euros. containing all content from the existing campaign. It includes all exclusive collectible items such as the faction playmats and is packed with all individual boxes inside one big box. Wow. Showing all the stretch goals, so some additional spells, heroes. Okay. Some different scenarios. So, yeah, and then add-ons. We got a token pouch, an additional hero pack. It's just random packs, or a pack of like random heroes. Plastic token replacements, faction sleeves, the different factions, playmats, Echo leather deck wallet. Ooh. Art book, poster pack. Rules and demo versions. So there's the rule book. Try it on Tabletop Simulator. There's some videos. So, again, go check those out. If any of this is intriguing you, go take a look. There's some different kind of tutorials from some different countries. Looked at the pledges already. So, kind of got a good feel for this as we scroll down. Not sure that there will be too much more to this that's going to be really all that. Okay, oh, here we go. Hero pack, 9 additional hero cards. So I guess you can buy those to get different heroes to change up your game besides those in there. So 9 booklets, so yeah. It's interesting. Because then it's weird. I don't know that I like this whole like hero pack because it contains 9 additional heroes, but there's like, you know, because there's a might one and there's a magic one. It is, I can't tell if it's like, hey, you're going to get all the same heroes like in every pack. So do I need one of each of these, or are they like a blind booster? I didn't see that. You know, just that's kind of what it is more heroes. So okay, because we kind of already got through these. They're showing off the playmats. I mean, the art is nice. I'll give it that. I wouldn't buy the art book, but I'm not a huge art book fan. So they started their campaign. It ends on the 24th. Pledge manager in Q1, pledge manager close in Q2 of 2026, and then shipping products. And then we get into shipping costs and all of that, which aren't terrible. And then some rest. Okay, so we've made it through. Let's close this one out. Some final thoughts. So this is this campaign is interesting, and as I said, I really do feel like that page as an intro, it's not telling me anything super new, or at least enough to really figure it out. Does it pique my interest? Sure. But there's things that I just want to know more. Even their how to play doesn't really explain. You know, they kept talking about the stacking of cards. Well, what does that mean? Some of the other games that I've kind of just quickly reviewed in these just quick fire reviews. And again, I'm just looking at one page. If a game sparks enough off of that for me to go and look at a rule book or a how-to video, I will. But this, I feel like I have to do that in order to get a real sense of how this game is. When we looked at Honor's End, which is another one that I did with these, like they made their whole here's how the cards stack and the multi-use function, very clear. And again, from this, I just don't know. I mean, the price tag's not terrible on it, but I don't know. I am a little torn on this one. This is needs a little bit more poking and prodding, but I don't know that's going to be at the top of my list of things that I need to track down and get. So we'll see. I wasn't overly wowed with this one, but who knows? Maybe if I have time, I'll go back and I'll look at some more. And it could be that it's an excellent game. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 for Archon. I mean, I think that's been reprinted a couple of times. Like, it must have enough of a following, and they must do a very good job to have that following. I didn't see anything here to sway me to open my wallet and purchase really another card game. I have several card games in my collection, and I just don't know that I saw enough to make me want to add this one. So we'll see. Again, like with all of these, put your thoughts in the comments. Is there something I missed? Is there something that you know that you think I should know? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? It's all right. That's kind of why we have comments. I love sometimes getting to further the conversation down there. If you made it this far, thank you for tuning in, checking it out, giving these a try, much like I'm giving all of these different crowdfunding campaigns a quick try. Hopefully you saw enough to make you stick around and come back. I don't just do these videos. It's just that there was a lot of games that were just like interesting enough to do. So with that, I'm going to put an end to this one so I can start the next one, because I still got like 5 more that I want to review. Whew, there's a lot. So hopefully we'll catch all of you back down here in the cave again next time. Good night, everybody.